In the previous episode, we saw how, after seeing Seo-jun's C-grade green onions, all the hunters went crazy because of their poison-neutralizing effect. On the other side, with the help of the gray rabbits and the minotaurs, Seo-jun was building a modern house. Even Seo-jun was shocked to see how fast the minotaurs and the gray rabbits were building the house. Meanwhile, the baby bear wanted to spend time with his lovely dad, but he was too big for the house. He was breaking the house. So Seo-jun asked him to sit on the side and suck the queen bee's juice. However, this made him very sad. All he wanted was to spend time with his dad. He started to cry, cursing why he was so big. But suddenly, after his tears fell on his hand, his body started to glow. And the next moment, someone with bullet speed dashed into Seo-jun, making Seo-jun fly far. Well, it was none other than the baby bear. He had evolved and somehow gotten smaller and cuter. And there was a honeycomb symbol embedded in his chest. The episode kicks off with Seo-jun getting a shock, seeing small Kyung sitting on his chest, and Kyung, on the other hand, was extremely happy. Seo-jun slowly got up and picked Kyung up. He was still shocked and confused. Even the gray rabbit and the warrior rabbit were shocked and clueless about everything. Shocked, Seo-jun asked Kyung what happened to him and how he became so small, shrinking back to the size when Seo-jun first met him. But just then, the system notified Seo-jun that Kyung had evolved into a crimson giant honey bear. Guys, if you want me to continue making these videos, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and like the video. Today's like goal is 3,000. Don't forget to write the next incher in the comments, and thanks for showing your support. Now, let's continue. Confused and shocked, Seo-jun asked Kyung if he evolved into a honey bear, just like how the husband rabbit and warrior rabbit evolved. But Kyung was as clueless as you are about your future. But he was damn happy that he became small again. Even the warrior rabbit was very happy and started to pat Kyung, saying now that he's small again, they'll be able to play like old time. Seo-jun, on the other hand, was curious, thinking, can Kyung not get bigger anymore? Just then, to answer Seo-jun's question, Kyung first took a deep breath and suddenly started to grow bigger, surprising the warrior rabbit and the gray rabbit. Even Seo-jun got surprised and fell back onto the green onions. After that, we see Kyung grew double his size, and now he was almost as tall as the minotaur. Kyung was standing with a proud smile, and the warrior rabbit was like a tick sticking on Kyung's back. Ox number 3 was just watching this curiously, and Seo-jun was all excited, seeing Kyung now can change his size according to his will. Then, Ox number 3, after analyzing everything, commented that according to him, it seems like the thought of wanting to become smaller made Kyung evolve like this, and he got this ability. Seo-jun listened to Ox number 3's explanation deeply, and Ox number 3 continued, saying this sometimes happened among young monsters. Some monsters from the bottom of their heart want something, and the tower grants them their wish this way. But this is extremely rare, and only happens when they are truly desperate. Seo-jun got shocked hearing this explanation, and Kyung once again instantly shrank back to tiny size, once again surprising Seo-jun. But before Seo-jun could think any further, Kyung suddenly jumped and clung to Seo-jun's leg, all excited and happy. After hugging Seo-jun for a while with an innocent face, Kyung asked, addressing Seo-jun as dad, if he could now go inside his house. He asked now that he is smaller. Can Seo-jun hug him and love him like he does with Black Rabbit and Theo? Seo-jun, on the other hand, listened to this with a sad face. He realized what Kyung was feeling. All he wanted was some love from his dad, and Seo-jun was too busy with work and he was ignoring this sweet, innocent kid. Seo-jun got emotional, and he instantly hugged Kyung tightly and remained like that for a while. Seo-jun realized his mistake, and with a warm and polite tone, first apologized for not understanding his feelings, and promised to love and hug him till he gets satisfied. Seo-jun stood up, holding Kyung in his arms, and started walking, telling Kyung that they'd now go take a look inside the house together. The gray rabbit handed Seo-jun his hat again, and Kyung, well, he was just extremely happy. Seo-jun, with the gray rabbit and the warrior rabbit, decided to make a separate bed for Kyung in the house too, and this made the already happy Kyung even happier. He started to cheer in Seo-jun's arms. Then suddenly, Kyung asked, now that he is all small, can he also go inside the cave too? This made Seo-jun shocked, and he startled a bit. Well, the past memories flooded in, where for the first time he met Kyung, and Kyung emptied the entire food storage inside the cave. Now, Seo-jun was in a tough position. He didn't want to make Kyung sad once again, so he turned toward the warrior rabbit, and from the reaction of the warrior rabbit, it was clear that it's not a good idea at all to let Kyung inside the storage cave. Meanwhile, on the 37th floor, Theo finally took out the sweet sun pumpkin potatoes that he accidentally brought. Theo politely handed a pumpkin potato to Dong-shik's hand, and Dong-shik, on the other hand, was confused and curious at the same time. So he checked its stats and got shocked, seeing this is a mutant pumpkin with the goodness of the sun rays from the highest floor of the tower. After consuming it, it will burn 200 grams of fat, but the main part was that the consumer will get flame resistance for 5 hours. It's of C grade. This legendary item would solve many problems. First, the #1 hunter of South Korea, Taejun, a living legend who was the first human to break through the 52nd floor. But the boss of that floor was Phoenix Boar. That battle took place for 3 days and 3 nights, and the result was a draw. Both parties suffered great injury, and in that battle, Taejun was struck by the curse of flames that continuously burns the inside of the body and will also burn anyone surrounding him. The only way to suppress the curse was to be inside a fridge all the time. Although Dong-shik was holding this legendary item in his hand, he still couldn't believe the magical effects it held. With this, he could put his master's curse of flame to sleep for a moment, and they could also defeat the Phoenix Boar. If they killed the Phoenix Boar, the curse would also be lifted, and the legendary hunter Taejun could return once again. Then Dong-shik's attention turned toward the green detoxifying onion. With this, they could easily clear the 38th floor. Today was really the greatest day of Dong-shik's life. So, with a very happy and polite tone, he first thanked Theo, saying Theo might not know, but he had helped him greatly, and he and the Phoenix Guild would do everything for Seo-jun in the future. Theo just said it was nothing, but inside, Theo was laughing wickedly because Dong-shik took all the sun pumpkin potatoes, so now no one would find out Theo's mistake. After taking the tower coin from Dong-shik, it was time for Theo to leave. Well, it was a win-win situation for both Dong-shik and Theo. After a while, we see Dong-shik coming back from the forest, waving his hand, and his teammates, sitting all sad, got shocked when Dong-shik showed them the basket full of C-grade cherry tomatoes and detoxifying green onions, shocking his teammates to their core. Dong-shik explained how he got them from Theo in secret, and with that, Dong-shik announced that before they climbed down from the tower, they would raid the 38th floor, and everyone agreed. So, each member took a bite of one green detoxifying onion and was ready to bang some dirty spiders. Just like that, a deadly battle between the Phoenix Guild and the boss of the 38th floor began, but this time, as our gang was poison-resistant, they were easily able to damage the boss. Meanwhile, on the 75th floor in the merchant market, the city was lively as ever. But, like always, all the animals were shocked to see the tall, silver wolves guarding a weak little cat. They were curious. Who the hell is this cat? But Theo didn't give a damn about all this. The chief then noticed Theo was in a very happy mood and asked why he was in such a good mood. Theo, while dancing and singing, explained he was so happy because today's sale went really well. Then Theo stopped walking, raised his hand, and announced that today, Theo, the greatest merchant, would treat everyone to some good food, which made everyone happy, and the wolves started to praise the great merchant Theo. While the silver wolves were discussing a new noodle place nearby that sells some really tasty noodles and what other mouth-watering dishes they can eat, Theo noticed something. Suddenly, while walking, he started to wiggle his hand and do some weird dance. This made the wolves confused. The chief asked Theo what he was doing, and Theo explained he was feeling that some really good stuff was nearby. While doing his weird little dance, Theo came near an old shop where an old golden ring was placed for sale. Theo didn't waste any time and placed his hand on the ring with confidence. But little did he know there was someone else eyeing this ring. At the same time, a small little hamster also placed his hand on the ring, making Theo really confused. Theo took some time to process what was happening, and after realizing this little hamster also wanted this ring, he immediately took the ring and angrily started to question who that hamster was. On the other hand, the hamster was standing with confidence, thinking this cat is nothing special. He is just a mid-level wandering merchant. While raising his hand, he said Theo would not be able to use that item, so he requested Theo to give the ring to him. But this made the already annoyed Theo even angrier, and Theo replied that he took this ring first, and it's none of the hamster's business whether he can use this ring or not, so he told the hamster to get lost, addressing the hamster as Little Thing. Well, the hamster was standing patiently until now, but now he was also getting annoyed after hearing Theo call him Little Thing. Theo and the hamster were just staring at each other when the chief came and noticed the hamster. As soon as the chief saw the hamster's face, he got scared to his core and started screaming. That little hamster was the archmage of great destruction. There was no mistake. That creepy black staff with purple crystal was the legendary grade artifact, the Staff of Calamity, and that little build, the chief, was sure it was the archmage of destruction. That hamster, just with a single spell, could lift a mountain and turn a river into a sea in seconds. And now Theo was just arguing with this legendary figure. Meanwhile, Theo was continuing to argue with the hamster, who just listened calmly and then asked Theo if he had any idea who he was. With a dead serious look and menacing aura, the hamster gave Theo one last chance to retract his words, apologize, and hand over that ring politely, or the results might not be good for Theo. He was not in a good mood, already very exhausted, and Theo was really pissing him off. But Theo remained silent, which pissed the hamster off even more. So while raising his staff with a deadly look, he announced that he would now take Theo's life as an apology. Theo was still confused, not knowing what he did wrong. But before the hamster could kill Theo, the chief, all panicked, jumped between them. He first apologized on Theo's behalf and announced that this cat is a subordinate of the Great Black Dragon, so if he kills Theo, things would not go well for the hamster. Finally, the hamster, after hearing the words Black Dragon, stopped his attack mid-air and landed on the floor. The chief was very nervous, wondering what to do next. Then the hamster asked for the chief's introduction, and he, while bowing his head with respect, introduced himself, saying his name is Elka, and he is the chief of the Silver Wolf tribe. After listening, the hamster, with a serious face, questioned if Elka was aware of what he was saying, and if he was lying about being a representative of the Great Black Dragon, he would not escape death. But while continuing bowing, the chief explained that he was not lying and swore on the name of his tribe that this cat was indeed the subordinate of the Great Black Dragon. On the other hand, Theo was on a winning streak. He continued to shout at the hamster, affirming he was indeed the subordinate of the Great Black Dragon, and the penalty for trying to kill the subordinate of the Great Black Dragon would be severe. Well, at this moment, the hamster calmed down. He no longer wanted to kill Theo, and with a polite tone, questioned Theo to prove that he was indeed the subordinate of the Great Black Dragon. Only then would he not kill him, which made Theo confused because he didn't know how he could prove it. So the hamster suggested an idea. He wanted Theo to bring him to the Great Black Dragon. If Theo really was the subordinate of the Black Dragon, it would be a piece of cake for him. But Theo, on the other hand, got annoyed hearing this and asked why he would bring that hamster with him for free. And the chief, well, his soul was slowly leaving his body seeing Theo arguing and talking this boldly. What if the hamster got angry and decided to kill everyone? But well, we all know how Theo is. He continued to stand all annoyed, still staring toward the hamster.